everybody, welcome back to the B&K Bees channel. I walked out to the bee yard this morning, early afternoon, to see if the bees were out flying, and was happy to find that they were, the ones that have survived so far anyway. And it brought up a couple points in my mind that I'd noticed people asking questions about on the Facebook pages, and I figured I'd do a quick video and talk a little bit about that. The first and main thing is, hold on one second. The first and main thing that I see asked a lot throughout the winters, especially on some of the beginners groups on Facebook, is whether they should open up their hive. The short answer is yes. Yes, you have to find out if they have food. If you have any inclination at all that they're running low on food, yeah, you have to open it up. You have to give them something. You may or may not stress them out by opening up their hive, but they will certainly die without food. So, yeah, there's nothing for them to forage on. If the sun's shining and it's anywhere near about 40 degrees, I would say open it up really quickly, see what the stores look like, add when necessary, and close it back up. You know, some people say, yeah, but what about the propolis seal? My answer to that is we go out of our way to open up areas of the hive for ventilation. The propolis seal is, I think, less important than people give it credit for. I mean, it's not to say that you want big, wide holes on the sides of your boxes to let all the air go through, but opening it up and allowing another little ventilation spot isn't going to be the end of the world, especially if you're in Michigan or Minnesota or Wisconsin or anywhere up here where the bees already have to deal with cold. And, you know, they have to have areas for the moisture to get out. And so I try not to worry too much about breaking propolis seals. And I also try not to worry too much about opening them up on a warm-ish day. All right, so certainly open them up if you think that they need food. The other thing being, what do you feed them? Well, here in, you know, it's February, like 12th or 13th or something like that, they cannot take in any syrup. I mean, they probably would eat it today, but that might cause some problems. Bringing in not diluted or, not concentrated syrup adds a lot of moisture to the hive, and when it freezes, that syrup will freeze as well. So the other option for you is either dry sugar or fondant or sugar brick. I've talked a lot about sugar bricks on this channel before, and I made some, I think, on the channel last fall. Those are great because it's easy to transport, it's easy to place on the frames, and you know, they just are less messy than the other option, which is dry sugar. I try to use cane sugar when possible, but I've used beet sugar before, and it didn't outright kill the bees. I have heard and read a lot of things about whether beet sugar has stuff in it that makes it difficult for the bees to digest, and it can cause symptoms similar to nosema, but basically it's just dysentery, you know, bee diarrhea. And you'll see it on your hives. You see it regularly in the cleansing flight portion of the year, which we're in, but you don't have to necessarily get too worried about that. When you do find a lot of bee poop in the hive, you certainly want to refrain from transporting things from that hive into others, but you're going to see some bee poop. So, yeah, beet sugar is less preferable than cane sugar, but either way, dry sugar just poured right on top of the inner cover can work quite well. I've saved a hive from February to April with nothing but a couple bags of dry granulated sugar. So, get in there and feed them. If you have multiple hives and you know that some of them are dead outs and you fed them all sugar bricks at the beginning of the year, what I just did a minute ago is take the dead outs sugar bricks and give them to the live ones. That's another point where you do want to be aware of the excess bee poop, because if you see it in the hive, there is a possibility that they had some bug, and you don't necessarily want to transport that food to the healthy hives that you're trying to save. But if there's no sign of that, and you just think that they died through the natural course, then certainly take those sugar bricks, put them on your surviving hives, and increase their chances that you'll be hanging out with them in April. So now I'm not trying to give these overwintering tips for everybody, because a lot of them are fairly specific to the northern climate that I'm in. But generally, you know, I think the rules stay true, you know, that if they're low on food, you've got to give them food. If there's too much moisture in the hive, you've got to give them ventilation. All right, so then here's another thing that I noticed when I walked up here, and it should not necessarily be quite as alarming as I think it will be, but we had some issues here with some pests. So I don't know exactly what caused all that, or the guards to get knocked down. But put your mouse guards back up. The mice are still looking for homes. I'm hoping this wasn't a skunk. Skunks can be really problematic. And that's an area where I made a mistake this year. I did not put my mouse guards on every single hive, and I paid the price in a couple of cases. And you don't have to necessarily buy the more expensive mouse guards. You can use hardware cloth. I know a lot of people who do that, and it works really well. So don't forget to do that. I mean, you're going to ruin some boxes and some frames by forgetting that. The mice aren't good tenants. I suppose I can show you what I'm talking about. Nope, not that one. That's a dead out though. Disappointing one. So, he's cute, and I didn't kill him, and I didn't kick him out. I didn't kill him because I can't do that. I didn't kick him out because he's just going to move into another hive. So, he's going to live there until the spring when I start cleaning out the dead outs. But trust me when I say I won't make that mistake again. So, hopefully here's a couple tips for you so you guys can learn from my mistakes and don't have to make them yourselves. Get out there, make sure your bees are doing all right. If they need a little help, give it to them. Get out there and enjoy some of our unnaturally warm weather and have fun with your bees. Thanks for watching.